Hey guys, this is Kami Ken, and today I'm just going live just to talk. Uh yeah, it's first live I've done for a while, and I think trying to do these on Thursdays would be a good time to just get to know y'all a little bit better and just make some more videos, make some more content that I can put out there and I don't know, just try to get in front of y'all a little bit more. I figured out some type of setup to make my phone camera, my iPhone camera, front and center so that there's like higher quality. Whereas my laptop usually only has like 720p quality in terms of video. So I'm using my iPhone and I'm like, okay, yeah, this looks a lot better. I really like the results. So what I'm going to try to do here is I actually just figured out this setup, and let me say hello to Ictus. Um what's up, man? How you doing, man? Uh but yeah, I just figured out how to do this setup. And I just put StreamYard on my um iPad so I can see if I can show you my drawing, like my art when I'm drawing. So let me see if that is possible. Copy. Let me see. Let me see what we can do here. But yeah, I don't know. Like, how are y'all doing? Like, I only know Ictus is here. So how are you, man? I'm just figuring out some new stuff here, playing with some things. Here we go. Just do it. Let me see. Well, okay. Okay, cool. So I got that set up. I prefer it take my phone screen. Okay, we won't worry about that right now. I'll just use my laptop and it should be good. What's up, Dale? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming in, man. Uh, so yeah, I'm just gonna be drawing here. Because I haven't done this before. I haven't really. Let me change that from. Okay, there we go. Cool. So yeah, I haven't really done like a drawing stream where uh oh, Ichthus, he says he's working on his manga. First manga coloring page two. Okay, that's dope, man. That's sick, dude. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. You've been really active in like a lot of streams, like my streams or draw and talk. And yeah, it'd be great to see some work from you, man. Um, let me see. I got my tablet right here. All right. Ooh, snap. Okay, here we go. Uh, let me see. It's been a while since I've drawn on my tablet. Um, okay. Let me see if this will work. Can I, if I zoom in, will y'all see that? Can I see it? Okay, I zoomed in. There we go. Okay, and y'all can hear me, so that's good as well. Because I know I can only hear I can't hear myself on my computer, but I know from my phone setup it's working. Okay. And then Dale says he's working on a Christmas comic on page 18, 4 more pages to finish before Thanksgiving. That's dope, man. Uh yeah, let us know where you're posting it, man, so we can check it out, dude. Thanks, Pick this, man. I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm just gonna see if I can. I don't draw, and like it's so hard to draw and talk at the same time. Like for me, that's just a completely different skill. Like for me, I have to have all my focus on um drawing to make sure I don't make any like mistakes, I have to really focus on the what's the word? I have to really focus on the page. But yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll go over here to this blank page and just do some warm-ups. So just get my hand warmed up. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? Let me see if by jumping into the stream here, I can see this comment so I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. So if I use my iPad to get into the stream, so let's see. Okay. Yeah, man, I just came back from a full shift at dishwashing, man. Like I used to be full-time dishwasher. Now I'm just freelance dishwasher. So so I just do random jobs these days to make ends meet. Let's see. Okay, enter studio. Let's see. What that. And then I'll mute this. That way I can kind of see if there's what the hell? That I turned you all the way down. Okay. For some reason it was giving me feedback. So I can't quite use it yet. All right. So I'm just gonna draw some random warm-ups. I finally figured out how to draw hands recently. Um, it's like, well, I mainly figured out how to draw fingers. So when you're drawing fingers, it's kind of like usually I start with the box here and then I put the holes for all the fingers, or and then I'll draw the rest of the box. Like I'm starting to get faster at drawing in general. This is on a tablet, so it's a little bit harder. I haven't drawn on a tablet in a while. So let's see, here we go. And then basically I'm just construction drawing everything. Like I'm drawing a lot faster, but I'm having to draw through everything so that the drawing comes out correctly rather than as a mishmash of guesses and all that kind of stuff. So here's the first finger. We're starting with the like the middle finger here. And basically I'm gonna redo those lines here and then make it connect, and I'll put like a little circle for the knuckle, and it'll be rounded out that way. So I'm hoping you guys can see all this. Let me check back. Okay, cool. And so then I've learned to make the top of the finger flat. Like I've learned to make like a little indication for like a flat top of the finger. And then to draw the next finger, I'll do like a ball or something like here, like a hinge joint here. and then I'll just draw the next finger. So let's bend it slightly. Like I'll draw the next part of the finger, and then I'll have it overlap. This is something I learned from um, drawing figure figure drawing design and invention by Michael Hampton. It has been a while since I've drawn from that book specifically, but this helped me kind of figure out how fingers actually connect in the hand. So I was just like, I finally understand this. Um, so I can put I'll put like a little fingernail there. And I wasn't able to draw hands like this before Saintly. So some of the hands in Saintly #1 are going to be looking a little wonky because I just didn't have this knowledge before. I was just like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna use what knowledge of art I do have and crank this first chapter out. Uh, and it came out pretty good, I think. Um, for everyone who's subscribed to the email list, the first chapter will be available on what do you call it? First chapter will be available. Let me go over here. I want to put something in the description. First chapter will be available on my email list. Um, for everybody who's on it already, it's coming out tomorrow and coming out in the morning. So, dang, yeah, I have to wake up tomorrow, early tomorrow morning, and set that up. I actually have to put out the email too. Man, there's a whole lot of stuff that comes with trying to run a comic business where if you're actually trying to make money and trying to figure out how to do that, there's so much you got to do to that's like mandatory to do. When you say you're going to do something, you have to do it or people don't trust you. People don't believe that you're going to actually stick to your word, and then it hurts your credibility over time the more you break your promises or the more you say you're going to do something and then don't do it. So um I've already promised everyone who's on my email list that Saintly will come out tomorrow. It's not going to be the completed version, like the version with color and all that stuff. It's just going to be it's going to be black and white, but it's going to have all the letters in their rough places, and basically the most updated version of the dialogue. So it's as finished as it can be in terms of the dialogue, but the balloon tails aren't going to um like there aren't any balloon tails on them yet. So you can mostly tell who's talking based on tone and the proximity of the speech balloon, but you can't it shouldn't be too hard to read or understand. But the balloon tails aren't pointed at anyone yet. So that is the only thing with Saintly #1. And then 2 is currently in production. I just finished the thumbnails for that. And so I'm gonna try to do like a strategy where I finish the thumbnails for um 1 and 2, and then um finish 3 and 4 and 5 and all the rest of the chapters as much as I possibly can before next year so that I can just hit the ground running and keep making chapters without having to stop in between for things. So yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. And right now I'm just for anyone just dropping in right now, I'm just doing warm-ups. I've been drawing hands all week because I finally like figured them out, and I've been obsessed with like drawing them better every time, just drawing them a little bit more structured. And Like I'm just psyched to have figured out hands finally, like at least fingers. I figured out fingers for the most part. So I can draw good fingers and they won't be like totally a total embarrassment, you know what I mean? Um I don't even know what pen I'm drawing with. I'm just sort of drawing and trying to talk at the same time. It's really awkward and weird. I feel weird because I haven't drawn with my tablet in a long time, so um actually kind of difficult to remember, like get the hang of it again. Um let's see. I always got to remember the proportions of the fingers, but I'm not like super focused on that right now. I'm just focused on getting them done. So I'm like, okay, here we go. And I've always debated about being an art tuber or a uh an art instructor, but I'm not that good at drawing, so I can't really tell people how they should draw and what they should draw. It's like whenever I draw, it's like I just learned these skills for the first time. And if I were to try to teach them to somebody else, I'm looking at my own hand to figure out like, okay, what can I draw next? Draw this, how can I draw this pinky here? And basically you have to just draw through everything like as if it's a x-ray. Like you have to just draw through. Um and what was I saying? Uh See, I have a hard time drawing and thinking at the same time. Okay, so yeah, that's how it would curve through. Let me see if anyone showed up. No. All right, here we go. And yeah, so that's how I've never thought of myself as like art tuber because I can't really like I'm still learning the rules myself. And while I may be further ahead than some, it's like I'm not I never consider myself a teacher of it and um like there's so many guys that are just way better than what I'm doing here that it would be pointless to be a teacher. But I do know my way around story and storytelling. So that's what I do go out of my way to teach and show people like, hey, you guys can tell stories too. Because that's the main thing that's really important to me. Like it's more important than art skill, like pure art skill. Okay. Right now I'm gonna try to draw the thumb, and the thumb is okay. So there's one, and then there's two, and this is the hinge joint. But the thumb is like almost perpendicular to the fingers. So it's almost at a 90-degree angle to the fingers. Not 100% 90 degrees, but to the point where you want to, it's going to be angled somewhat like this. So if I'm going to draw the thumb, I'm going to draw up to here and then draw here. And then the thumb is going to be angled somewhat like this. So you're doing like an angle like that. And then there we go. There we go. Yeah, now it's starting to come together. Yeah. So it's like kind of a ball joint there. And then yeah, awesome. So yeah, that's basically how it is. I wonder if I should put some music. I don't know what kind of music to put in the background, and I don't even know how I would put music in the background. That would take a second to figure out, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna leave it and try to talk through everything that I'm doing here, so that at least there would be some voice in the air, you know. Um, but yeah, trying to make things happen on YouTube. It's not bad. It's like after years of trying to do things on all other platforms. Okay, so we can sort of trying to make things work on all these other platforms. Like, oh, whoops. Uh, yeah, after years of trying to do things on all these other platforms, YouTube is like the most is the one where I get the most response and is one where I feel like I can be the most myself. Because I don't know who my family is on YouTube. Like on Instagram, I can see them looking, and it's like, I don't want them to be seeing everything I'm doing or seeing all my weird failed attempts at humor or whatever. But on here, I feel like I can be myself a little bit more, where I'm just talking about whatever comes to mind, things that inspire me. And one of the things that inspires me is like this process of self-actualization where nothing is really set in stone anymore. These days, it's like I have more belief in myself. Like, okay, this didn't work, so we can try something else. It always feels as if all the dreams that I'm pursuing are just one step away every single day. And I keep getting a new idea or a new breadcrumb of thought to take me just a little bit closer to where I should be or where I could be. And it's magical when you stop thinking with the limited mind and start believing in yourself a little bit more. In fact, the whole reason why I started making these YouTube videos, again, there's a feeding the ducks is classic StreamYard music. Thanks, Dale. I don't know where to find that. Let me see if there's media assets, maybe. Logo, placement, overlay, video, music, background, sounds. Uh, let me see. Oh, background music. Uh, can you guys hear that? I can kind of hear it in my headphones, but let me see. Hmm. So let me try this. Only, yeah, I wanted to have that Halloween kind of theme going. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, comments. What are the comments? It's louder for us than it is for you. Okay, let me lower it. Back, okay, okay, yeah, because my screen. Yes, yes. Okay, okay. I put it down to 12, so I think that should be good. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be back next Thursday. Um, because I want to keep doing more streams and let me see. I'm checking my phone's heat. That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, doing more streams, trying to figure out how to sell more comics. I'm still trying to sell Air Rider. I'm still trying to sell Air Rider, but like it's on hiatus. So it's kind of hard. It's like, okay, I have all these Air Rider books, but do people want a comic book that's on hiatus or only has 2 issues out? The third issue is just in permanent limbo right now because I'm working on Saintly. Saintly is like the number one priority right now, and it's because I'm getting paid to do it. So it's like, okay, that's gotta come first, and I gotta turn that into something. I gotta make that successful. Uh, so I can, one, pay back the my financier, like my publisher, and then two, for its own sake, so that it actually takes off and gains an audience, and then I can like level up my craft and my art through creating sanely, and then make issue 2 of Air Rider. So yeah, it's just one of those things where you just gotta lock in for a while and do what needs to be done rather than what you want to do or what you think needs to be done. Like there's so much that I don't know about the comics industry or making comics or getting like making money and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just learning as I go, trying to figure it out. Uh One of those things is like I think about, what it would be like if Naruto or um like the creator of One Piece, like if Eiichiro Oda was trying to make a YouTube channel where he was like, "Hey guys, check out my YouTube channel. It's Oda Sensei here. Like, I'm making this comic called One Piece. Do you wanna see like the behind the scenes of One Piece? One Piece is only gonna be on chapter 2. Like it's just there'd be no way he would be as big as he is now if he was making One Piece in America. Um, because One Piece wouldn't have like that whole infrastructure to be able to create an anime out of his work. Like there wouldn't be that whole thing behind his there wouldn't be that whole infrastructure behind his work that would be able to raise it up there and get more people on board with it. So that's just how it is, man. Hmm. Man. Yeah, streaming is gonna be one of those things that I just have to get used to along with everything else. Um, Let me see what I can do with this page. There is a bunch of water that needs to be put down here so that people. Okay, yeah. Okay. Hey, what's up, D Nilla? D Nzilla. Okay, yeah. Hey, man, what's up? Yeah, I'm gonna leave the stream up for later. It's just this is kind of a test stream, but I'm just gonna be trying this out for Thursdays. Today is um the day before, what was it, Halloween, so I thought now would be a good time to try out a stream and promote my webcomic Saintly, which I'm working on the stream here. So I didn't think it would actually work to draw and be streaming at the same time, but it actually is turning out just fine. So that's pretty dope. I'm gonna go over here. There's somewhere I need to go to add my link to the description. It's this link right here, copy, and then I would go to private chat. No, people, share with problem. No, that's not it. Yeah, but everything right now is just a work in progress. I just get a little bit better at things over time. Let's see. Okay, got it. I don't cancel now. Well, let me see if posting it in the chat will do something. But yeah, I'll put it in the description of the video. Let me see if I go to manage videos. If that'll allow me. This is a look behind the Creator Studio, how that stuff works. Let's see. If it will. No, it doesn't have my live one. Okay, I'm gonna go to the live then. Okay. If I go here. You just streaming or looking to level up? No, fuck off, dude. This ain't it. No, get out of here, dude. Warehouse. Okay, so you can remove it. Good. Sign up here. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change the whole branding around the landing page for my thing now. But because everything's Air Rider themed, and yeah, I'm just not in the Air Rider mood right now. Uh, that's the thing. It's like it's not even that I'm not in the air writer mood. I'm always in the air writer mood because that was my first comic. It was the first thing I ever created, but um I have to it's like Saintly is all me. It's like the it's all a creation of my own. Like I wrote it, I'm drawing it, and I couldn't ask for a better situation. I'm not drawing anyone else's dumb story. Doing my own dumb story, but it's gonna be good because it has soul in it, it has fucking soul in it. But uh Air Rider number three, while that took me a long time to draw, um because it took so long to draw, it actually looks a lot better, like a lot more coherent, I think, um than Saintly, really. Let me see if I can show you some pages from Air Rider number three. If we go to Dropbox, here we go. Air Rider main file. And it's all organized, it's all there. Oh yeah, number three is on top. Not tired. Is this the one with all the inks? No, that's the different inks. I think this is the one of the most finishes. Nope. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is it. Let me go ahead and open these. And no, not create PDF. Oh no. Just open. Yes, open 28 items. But yeah, Air Rider was drawn so much better, or it was I was so much more sure of the art in Air Rider. Like I know what I'm doing. Like I'm used to the characters, used to the style. Everything just looks better. Let me see. I just got a message that my chat is off. Comments. Hmm. If anyone's here, can you comment? You can't. Can you post a comment? Because I just got a message that my comments are off. But y'all should be able to send something. Okay, yeah. Dale, thanks. You did a test. That worked. Awesome, appreciate it, man. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I guess they're working. Cool. All right. So what was I? Oh yeah. Yeah, these are the pages from issue 3 of Air Rider. They actually I like them better than what I'm doing with Saintly, because Saintly was so I wouldn't call it rushed, but I had to draw it fast. And at the same time, I wasn't as submersed in that world as much as I was with Air Rider. Like with Air Rider, I had music for it. I had like colors picked out. I had events picked out from the future. Like I already knew where it was going or what I was trying to do with this first version. To the point where I just was really confident in the art and how I was drawing it. I was really going for a classic cartoonish style, and I felt like I had that down. Like I felt like I was nailing it before like stuff like this. Like it would be a mixture of like comics, comic style, and cartoon style, or anime style. It would be a mixture of cartoon and anime style, and it had some of that like classic Mad magazine like type of black lines and stuff. Like I just was more confident in this style. Like I just knew what I was doing because it didn't matter as much. I wasn't trying to be as precious. Like I could draw little dumbass figures like this. I could do like all the seams in his pants because I'm drawing a guy. So it's just a guy, so it doesn't really matter exactly how he's drawn. I could do like faces like this where his teeth are just kind of fucked up and like, but it's not the style of the day. People either don't like it or I just didn't do enough of this art. I didn't do enough chapters to make people get into the story. Like I didn't do it fast enough. You know what I mean? Like these days you got to be fast. You can't be like noodling on a drawing for weeks or days. Like I did this all on paper. Like all of this is on paper. You can see where I did the pencil lines. You can see the blue line of the draft paper that I was using. I did all this detail in just pen and ink. And yeah, I was proud of myself because I feel like I successfully created the illusion of space on a 2D surface. And I was just like, yeah, I think I figured it out. I think I finally got it. And with Saintly, I didn't really even have time to enjoy the process of doing it. Like this, I got to it took me days to figure this out. It took me days to figure out this drawing. Like, okay, where's her? Like, how's she gonna stand? Like, when I drew it the first time, when I drew her figure the first time, it was wrong, completely wrong. And then I had to like do it myself. I had to do the pose myself and figure out like, okay, how is she standing? And how does that work? Like, when somebody's standing and yawning, how does that work? Um, and it took me like a couple of days to figure out. Not that I was sitting there thinking for 2 days straight. It would just be between like work and school and whatever I was doing at the time to figure this stuff out. Um, and then when I finally nailed it, I was just like, "Yep, that's it." And then just started drawing. I looked up like what a skirt would look like in like a tight like leather black skirt, and I drew that, and I was just having so much fun like trying to figure out like, okay, what do the black lines look like? How does that work? How can I represent that in inks? And I did all these little like striations. I did all these little like feathering and like made sure everything looked dope. And that takes a while. Like, and then I went in and did the backgrounds. I was just like, okay, yeah, let me make these backgrounds awesome too, and make it a little bit like kind of like liminal space a little bit, like just let me just make it look cool, man. Like I did this all on page, like on the page, and this is paper from the Kubert School. You can see the lines, you can see the blue in the blue, that's from the Kubert School art store that I just used paper that I got from school to draw this comic out. And I was so happy with how it came out. And yeah, I was just enjoying the process of drawing it. And let me see. And I couldn't really 100% fully enjoy that same process with Saintly. Like with Saintly, it was more like okay, we barely have anyone designed. We don't really know how they look. We don't really know most of these characters' personalities yet. So we're just kind of gonna wing it as much as possible. Where is um Saintly pages? Let's go to, oh yeah, Dropbox. Saintly folder, and Yep. These are the pages. Let me see if I can get that in a nice, nice. Let's see. Is that music still up? Okay, yeah, the music's still going. That's cool. Let me open all of those. Yes, open. And yeah, I mean, I just had so much more fun drawing these pages because they were all, what's the word? I could take my time on it. That was it. I didn't really give myself that deadline pressure. And I wasn't really fully into making my comics as a career at that time. So this is Stanley page one. Uh, I'm gonna update the background. I'm gonna update the screaming sound effect and all that stuff. But yeah, this is Stanley page one. It's like, okay, yeah, I mean, I got some skill applied there, and it looks kind of cool. Like, okay, Vivi looks kind of cool. This is the main character, Vivi, or short for Vivian, and yeah, she looks kind of cool there. Like, she's got some type of style. Like, she's legit. Um, but it just didn't have the same like it didn't have the same soul as Air Rider. So like if we go back to the Air Rider pages, where am I? Let me go preview. Oh, is there no way to go back to the Air Rider pages? Come on. Let me see. Um let me try this. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, the Air Rider pages is like, okay, I drew all this on paper, and I was just having a blast, like figuring out the perspective, doing it right, and being like, okay, how do I make sure these characters fit in the room and all that stuff. Like maybe he should be smaller, and I can like resize him in digital, but I did this all on paper, like drawing all the lines of perspective because I wanted to get that right, and I had time to do that. Like his hands are like super big here. And this was before I even knew how to draw hands like I do now. Um, but I shortened them in I made them smaller in digital too. But you can see the paint where I did it in black and white, but to if I were to make it now, I would save time by just drawing his hair outline and then going in digital and coloring it black. And then doing the black for fun later on at some point. Like here I just drew I painted uh I painted in her skirt. Like I painted it in with black. Black like ink wash, like black brush pen. And with Saintly, I just didn't have time to do that. So like pages like this, I figured out the curved perspective, the fisheye perspective, so that we get that weird ominous feeling like, oh, this guy doesn't mean any good. Like this guy is he's being weird, like like he's about to do something, and then he does, and then like we get another little like perspective trick here. um and then boom, like right here in the middle, like something happens where like his hand, like the hand that he's reaching out to come and kill this guy to kill the to to beat this guy up, uh or one of the characters up, these two like jocks come in and just crush his hand. like like Eric, he's strong, like the main character, he's strong, but like he's more in this iteration, in this version of Air Rider, he's more like Wily. Like he's strong enough to push these guys away from away from him. His hand's not broken. It's just a cartoonish effect. Like it's just a cartoon joke effect. Like how his hand is like just his whole arm is like smushed in there, and he's just like smiling, like he's like, "Hey fellas, get out the way." And they're just like, yeah, we're not gonna let you get to our new buddy, and he's not really their buddy or whatever, but they just want to set up the fight to where everyone can be entertained and all that stuff. So um Eric's still looking at him like this. Like, it's stuff like this that I was having so much fun with making Air Rider. Uh because there was so much comedy in it that I could easily do. Like, it was just, it came naturally to me in my head, like, oh yeah, this is what Eric would do in this situation. This is what these guys would do. Um and this is what his face would look like when he's like scared. And it's just not the same in Saintly. I can't really make it as jokey in Saintly. Saintly is more horror based, but I'm also drawing a lot of girls. So insanely, I can't really do as much weird, funny physical comedy with girls without like throwing people off. Like, people want to see the girls be like cute. Like, they want to see them be cute and and funny, but they don't want to see them be like the airheaded characters. They don't want to see them look like that. So you can kind of do like little faces like this here and there, but you can't really like go overboard with it. You have to you have to you have to subdue it a little bit. Like, um they can do faces like this that are kind of funny cute, but not like overboard weird. Like, don't make it so weird to where there's like they're overboard. I think because it'll turn people off. So like, this guy can have like a weird, crazy face. Like, this is a dude. Um, and then their faces are cartooned here. Like, they're making a expression here. This is more of the type of expressions that they would make. This is Vivi, and this is Chelsea. Chelsea's the she has orange hair. Red hair. I always say orange, but it's red. And this is their like rival crew. Like, they're making a movie, they're shooting a movie, and they were trying to get a quick shot in this church location. Um, but these people had it rented out first, and they were trying to do it before they got back. Um, and then they show up, and now everyone's like, "Oh, that's they're from." It's not OnlyFans in this world, but they make internet content. You know what I mean? Like, they make that type of internet content, and they make a lot of money doing it. So they are Vivi and Chelsea's polar opposites. Vivi and Chelsea, they don't have any money. Like, they are broke. Their movies basically out of cash. And they were using it to pay some of their actors, I think. I don't know exactly what they were using the money for, but they were using it and using it to get by on different things, but they've run out of it, and now they desperately need something to finish the movie off. And this, I gotta fix this drawing actually, because it was different. Like, she was in a different position in this picture, but I gotta move it. I gotta fix her arm here and all that stuff. But I really like this expression that I did here with Chelsea, and I really like Vivi's expression here. Um, but yeah, this is like, you can't go overboard with the cartooniness of the girl's expression. Like K-pop Demon Hunters pushed it about as far as you could push it. Um, let me search. Yeah, they pushed it about as far as you could push it without going overboard. like stuff like this that's kind of funny. Or there was a part where one of them was crying, not crying, but yeah, she had like popcorn coming out of her eyes because she was watching these hot guys or whatever, like the rival group do their song, and all the popcorn was coming out of her eyes, and then the other one was eating it, which it's a hilarious like visual gag. Um, but personally, I like to be more subtle in how I'm doing like um visual like facial comedy. Because this is like very like overboard, over the top. But it's also aimed more towards like teenage girls, so it's gonna be more out there, like stuff like this. It's gonna be more like that, you know what I mean? Whereas like with my expressions, they're gonna be a little bit more subdued. Like there's a more like it'll be it'll go overboard like this, but more in the anime direction a little bit. And it'll be stuff like this, or like this. This is more of a real person expression. Like a real person would make this expression like you can almost understand what that expression would be saying if you were if that person were saying something. You know what I mean? Like the face is the of number one importance in making manga. So like her face is saying like, wow, really? Like you have to be thinking about what that person is feeling when you're drawing the expression. So behind this face is like a feeling of, wow, really? You really just said that? Um because they are trying to, from back on this page, this girl is trying to recruit Chelsea to be on their to do content with them. And Chelsea is like, oh yeah, sure, what's your name? Like she's not even thinking about doing content with them. She's just thinking like, oh, it's time to make a new friend. Like that's her thought process behind the whole thing. So she's just like, oh yeah, sure, what's your Instagram? And then Vivi, like there's a joke, it's like a visual gag where Vivi just like chokes her out, like pulls her back with a dog leash, and she's just like, "Ugh," you know, like I get all these expressions from Kenshin, from Rurouni Kenshin. So she pulls her back, and then Vivi's like, "You'll read it tomorrow in the what's it called? In the release of Saintly. I'm releasing it tomorrow on my email list. For all my email list people, you get to read it first. If you sign up later than that, you'll have to wait until I actually change the whole branding for the website before you can read it. And that's just what's the word? And I don't know when that'll be. Like it could be a week from now that I'll change all that stuff. So yeah. Uh like I can paraphrase to you the dialogue here, but you get to read the actual thing tomorrow. Um and V was like, what are you doing? Like get away from her. Like you don't need to talk to her. Why are you talking to her? And and then the other one comes in, she's just like, oh, lighten up. We're just offering, like, do you take Venmo or Cash App or whatever? And then V was like, neither. We're not interested. And then they offer like $1,000 for to get Chelsea on their crew, for not on their movie crew, but on their content crew, so that they can make content with her. And they're offering Vivi like $1,000, or they're offering that to their group, so that they have the money. I'm like, and she's just like, like taken aback. She doesn't even say anything in this panel, and she's just like offering it like it's just $10. Like they make so much money off of what they're doing that they're even helping this guy fund the movie that he's doing in exchange for a starring role, or at least like a main role in his movie, in his production. So they are going to be actors in his movie, and he's using them to fund um his production, like to get his full vision out there. Uh and so they're just offering, and Vivi's like thinking about it. She's just like, there's no way I can't take that kind of money. And she really wants it. She really needs it because they got a lot of broken non-working materials, and they don't have any real money to get stuff after that. And they don't really they can do some replacements. They can do some things to try to fix it, but they're just out. They're just out. They need this funding. So her friend is just like, well, what are you gonna do? And then out of nowhere, the other girl offers like 3,000, and they're both surprised. They're like, what the hell? Everyone's surprised. Even her sister is surprised. Like, what the fuck? 3,000, and she's saying 3,000 to each, to Vivi and Chelsea. And then they're surprised. They're like, "What the fuck? Really? What the? You want to give her that much money?" And they're just like in the background, like the boom mic's broken, the ring light is broken, everything's kind of fucked up on their end, and her friend's just like, "Take the money, just take it." And then Vivi's thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. She's even holding the leash, even though the leash is a joke. She's actually holding it. And then she says something stupid. Like she says something like, I'm the only one who owns the exclusive rights to Chelsea's nude likeness. So it's not for sale or something like that. And then she just like yells that out, and Chelsea's like embarrassed. She's just like, what the fuck? Are we still doing this? Um, and basically rejects that money. So they're like, oh man, or whatever. And then her friend's like, we're cooked. And then, but then Vivi's like hyping them up, like, hey, we can make this happen without. We don't need their money. We can make this happen without it. So like it's showing that she's the director, and she's also writing the movie. So she has a pen. She holds a pen. Um, and she's hyping them up, telling them like, hey, we got the right we got the right crew, we got the right actress, we're good. Like we got me, who's the best director or whatever. So we're gonna win this contest. They're doing it for a contest, and then boom, their fucking phone camera goes out, and that's the camera that they were using to record their movie. It was Vivi's old phone, um, and it's Vivi's actual phone, like it's her only phone, and it blows up. It's set on fire because it overheated, and they're all looking at it. They're like, huh, wow. And then they run towards it, like they're like, oh, we got to put this out right now. And then the rival character, she's laughing, like she's had a past with Vivi where like I think maybe Vivi had her tried to have her act for something that she did, and then her acting was so bad she was just like, yeah, it's not gonna work out or whatever. So she's just, you know, Vivi's rival in that case now. So their phone blows up. They're trying to put it out, and production's looking cooked. Now we cut to outside, and then Vivi's like pushing the phone to their tech guy, and she's just like, and he's also the camera guy too. So she's just like, you got to put this in rice. You got to put it in rice right now. And then he's like, what kind, basmati or jasmine rice? And she's like, whichever works. And then her friend grabs her arm. She's just like, okay, we're gonna go in there and get that fucking money. We're gonna do whatever it takes to get that money right now. And then Vivi's like, no. Um, and so these are the type of expressions that I got from Nana. The manga Nana taught me a lot about like just making like funny expressions and not doing it overboard, not going overboard with them. Like they can be like funny like this, but and to the point where you get the point of the joke, um, and the desperateness of her expression and the situation, but it doesn't go overboard with it. Whereas like K-pop demon hunters, like their faces will kind of overdo it sometimes. Like I don't really like it, you know. I mean, it's just like it's a little too much, man. Like okay, you know, it's kind of funny. I think it's more trying to get kids, you know, attention by making the faces funny like this. This is like I think Joey Wheeler's face. Um, the joke face from Joey Wheeler. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like you know, you can do meme faces if you want to. Let me see. Let me show you Joey Wheeler face. Yeah, it's basically like that. Like she's just doing that. Oh, something like it. Maybe now that I look at it, it's a little bit more like Dragon Ball Z a little bit. But yeah, she's doing you know weird meme face. Uh, and that's the kind of thing that you know people will clip and make fun of and stuff. But yeah, that's the kind of thing I have to do with Saintly. Whereas with Air Rider, I was just more confident in the style I was doing. Like I could do stuff like this. I could do stuff like this in Saintly, maybe, but it's just not as. It doesn't have as much of a place for that as it does in Air Rider. Air Rider is a superhero story, so well, like for high school, like high school, it's a high school hero. It's called High School Hero, so it's a superhero story about a high schooler. So it's gonna have more like comedy. It's gonna have more funny expressions like that, and that's just my personal taste, my personal style of comedy, where I would do faces like this. But if I'm doing a horror, you can't go 100% in this route with a horror story, because then people like you can't take it seriously. Like you can't take it as seriously. So like when the horror actually goes down, um, it just you have to be able to take that seriously and know that it's not gonna just turn into a cartoon when things get too deep. So like this page took a long time to do, like maybe a week or more, because I was doing it in fucking perspective on the page. Like I was drawing it on the page, and I didn't know like the shortcuts that I could use to kind of like doing these little silhouettes in the background to kind of fill out the crowd. I was drawing each individual character and then drawing all the perspective lines and doing it correctly, making sure the proportions were right. Like if he stands up, is he going to be taller than Eric? Um, no, he should be like close to his height, but not really that much taller. Like um, I had to make sure all that stuff was correct because when you're drawing, like you can't just draw willy nilly. You have to make sure things are looking right. These arms are probably not correct at all because I wasn't drawing fully rounded forms. Like I have to draw the rounded form of the arm and make sure it's correct and they're in the right perspective and their neck and their head is sitting right, or at least convincingly correct. If enough of the page is correct, then people will buy whatever is happening that you're drawing. Like you just have to make it look right. This is the main character like punching, and it just kind of made me start punching too. Like he's punching, like warming up for this fight that's gonna be this big confrontation that's gonna happen. And there's like a 2 page spread of them confronting each other. And yeah. Like I wrote out all the dialogue for it, like like even little things like this, like drawing out the full uh cross hatching of the fist. Like that stuff is fun, but it takes time, and then I don't get the chapter out ever. Like I didn't get this chapter out like done. And I'm still trying to get faster. Like I'm trying to get faster at drawing, like a whole lot faster. Um and figuring it out is a challenge in itself. So a lot of other people are way faster than me, and I'm just like, okay, well, I got to figure out how to catch up and how to leave well enough alone, like how to just do well enough so that I don't have to so that I can be proud of the result and move on, like just move on to the next page so I can tell the story, because telling the story is more important than having high quality art, at least at this moment. Eventually I'll get to the art style I want to create, but for now I just have to focus on trying to tell the story as best I can. Um but yeah, I gave you a nice, I guess, 13-page preview of uh what's it called? Saintly. Mm. But even now tonight I have oh yeah, this is page 26, like a little bit later in the story. And this is like where this is one of the first pages I drew of this chapter, because I was just like, I know what the main character looks like, and I know what she looks like on this page. I know what they look like, and I just boom, I just did it. Like when I was drawing this page, I just instantly drew it. I was just like, yep, 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 yep. I was cooking. I was cooking on that page. I was like, yeah, I know how they look, and I know why they're looking like that in that moment. Um, so I just had the vision for it was it was there from the layout. So I was able to easily like just put it down on the page and get it out there. And all the other pages were a little like a lot harder to do, or had a lot more details that needed to be done. But when I'm drawing a face, I just know, okay, this is how it should be done, and I did it. So yeah, uh, I think I'll leave it there because I do have to make this email ready for tomorrow, and then I also have to make a video for tomorrow too. Like I have some videos on, like, just on deck ready to upload, but I want to make a special one just for Saintly so that um people check it out. People check out the email list, and you know, watch Saintly or read Saintly when it comes out, because it's coming out tomorrow. Uh and then for everybody else, they'll have to wait a little bit. They'll have to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out to watch my stream, check me out, and yeah, I think I'll try to make this a regular Thursday thing, because I've been meaning to stream at some point, but I've been so busy with trying to like transition from not working my regular job anymore that I've just been like, okay, it's enough to just put out a video daily, which is something I've been doing like every day for the last 60 or more days at this point. I haven't even kept count. Like I just lost count. I'm not even thinking about it. In fact, I had a video blow up earlier today. It was about Dragon Ball and how Peanuts and Dragon Ball have the same style and the same look. Um and I wanted to There's one of those videos that I would redo and do it in a better, more detailed and structured way. But if I had waited to try to figure out a nice way of putting it together and making it nice and editing it and doing all that stuff. Somebody else would have said it and I would have been pissed. You know, like I wanted to be the first to put that out there because nobody else noticed it. And I posted it on Twitter like years ago, but maybe a year ago, and nobody really like people were like, "Oh yeah, yeah, cool. I didn't notice that." But posting on YouTube and doing a whole video about it, saying a whole thing and doing all that stuff, like that's more like people were like, "Oh yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, he's the first to put two and two together." So I'm like, "Okay, yeah. Yeah, I can do that again but better." But I want to all these videos that I'm putting out right now are just to put those ideas out there and eventually test for the ones that people want to see more of. Like apparently like people don't like me talking about anime in general, like they don't really watch they don't really watch those videos. But they will watch me like talking about storytelling or comics that don't get much mainstream attention, especially mainstream comics, mainstream manga or anime that's in the mainstream too. Like I just get buried under the flood of other videos that are covering the same topics from top creators in the field. So they bury my channel if I were to try to talk about Naruto or One Piece or whatever, like or Hunter x Hunter. Like I had a Hunter x Hunter video. My stuff gets buried because too small of a channel to be talking about certain topics that other people are like experts in, like Lilo's Adventure, who talks about like Hunter x Hunter. He's always like Gon is a monster, or like Kite is a monster, or like uh Killua is a genius, or it's always genius or monster with that guy. So, but like he's got most of that Hunter x Hunter content covered. So if I try to do a video about Hunter x Hunter, it's just gonna get like buried underneath it. I had to find like a different angle to approach it from. And yeah, and the thing is, like, I did two other videos after that Dragon Ball Z video, or after that Dragon Ball video, and neither have done as well as that video, but um that video is bringing attention back to the other videos, I think, because they're similar to what I posted in that one. So um it's getting a lot of feedback, and it's also bringing more attention to past videos because they're all the ones that I've been making are kind of like that, you know. So I'm just gonna keep making more, keep trying to put two and two together, just experimenting. I'm just experimenting right now, trying different things, trying to put things together and make videos quickly so that people will be aware of my existence as a creator. Yeah. Yeah, as long as people are aware that I'm a comic artist, I'm creating stuff, I'm making stuff. I'm just gonna be focusing on YouTube right now. I'm not even worried about Twitter or Instagram. I thought, okay, maybe I'll make some reels for Instagram. Maybe I'll do something for Twitter. It's almost a lost cause at this point. I'm not even trying on there anymore. I've stopped at like 600 um uh followers. I've just been stuck at 600 followers on Twitter, and then on Instagram I've been stuck at 830 something. So it's not that I can't try to I can't figure out some strategy to make those platforms work for me better, but YouTube works the best for me right now, and that was my Alexa. YouTube is what works the best for me right now. So I'm just focused on trying to build on here and put more of my thoughts out there because people actually do want to hear those. People actually do want to hear what I what I'm saying, and a lot of people can relate to what I'm saying. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm not crazy. I'm not the only one who thinks like this, and uh, I feel comfortable putting out more thoughts, saying more stuff, and it's easier for me to do that on YouTube than it is to try to do Instagram or Twitter, because a lot of that operates on just being a stone cold good artist, like an artist who is, you know, up there in terms of skill and quality, but also is niched enough to gain an audience or a following and all that stuff. So I can't draw that fast, and I don't draw that much, and I don't do art that is necessarily popular, but I can talk and I can say certain things. I can um, put out ideas that resonate with people. So that's what I'm just gonna keep doing on this channel. Uh, Figuring out how to sell more comics, how to make my videos better. Even though they're daily, I want to try to find a way to make them better, and then keep putting out work so that I can get to the point where I'm doing this full time. Like if I'm selling Saintly full time, selling Air Rider full time, going from convention to convention, making these comic books and putting my work out there and putting YouTube videos out there, then that's all I want. Like that's it. Like if I can make enough of a living, like just being at home, drawing and making videos, then that's what I would do forever. Like I would do that for years and years and years and never get tired of it. Because I do like making videos. I've been doing it since I was like 13. Uh, like there was a point in time where I was just like, I'm not gonna become a YouTuber. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I'm not gonna make all these like, oh, let me draw a Pokemon in 6 different colors type of video. I didn't want to do that. I was just like, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm never gonna be a YouTuber. I'm just gonna make my art the focus. I'm gonna make my art and be the best artist I can be. I'm 100% focused on my art. I'm gonna make it, and people are gonna know me by my art. But one, I didn't draw fast enough. Two, I don't know what people like. Three, I didn't get into any communities to even understand or know what people liked. So I was just drawing like whatever I wanted. I was drawing Air Rider, which is something I would like or something I do like drawing, but is it what people like creating, or is it what people like consuming, or is it what people like to read? Even I don't know. So if I was like a stone cold researcher that was just like, oh, this is mathematically what people like to read, then um I would have done that type of research before starting Air Rider, but I didn't I didn't make it off of mathematical calculations. I didn't make it off of that. I made it off of just it was in my spirit to make it. It was in my spirit to create that. Same with Saintly. Um so like when I showed Saintly to uh my friend who's now my financier, my publisher, like I just showed her what Saintly is, and she was just like, that is a good idea. This can make some money. Let's develop this idea and I'll give you what you need to develop it. And I was just like, okay, I didn't know you had it like that, but she's also a comic artist as well. And she was just like, yeah, this will make some money. Let's develop this. And I'm just like, this is my chance. This is like my opportunity. I'm gonna take it and run. Like I'm not gonna drop the ball on this. I'm not gonna let it go. So I'm gonna put all my all my effort into this. I'm gonna put all my effort into trying to um master my craft. I'm gonna master not only drawing but the art of selling and the art of getting attention. I'm gonna master all of it so that this chance that I've been given not only by her but by God is not wasted. Like I will take it and then make it into something. I'll take this little spark, this little flame that was lit and then and turn it into an inferno. Like I can't let it go out. I can't just let it die. It has to be taken seriously because even if it takes all my energy and suffering and all my fucking life, like even if it takes all everything I have, everything I've got, I have to I have to take it all the way. Um or else it's just like what a waste. What a waste of talent, what a waste of a person. I can't allow myself to fall. You know what I mean? So it's just time to keep grinding, keep going until I actually do succeed. And then when I actually do succeed, you just keep grinding more. Like it doesn't stop once you finish the comic. That's when everything starts for real, like in earnest. Like if you can get to the point where you are actually people are paying you enough to live off of and you can do this full time and you're proven like you're good enough to do that, then that's the start of everything and you have to do it again and again and again and again and you have to get better at it and now that you have the once you have the time to be able to really draw to the best of your ability and you can do it full time. um Alexa, stop. Okay, there we go. Once you have the ability and the energy and focus to do it full time, it's like you don't have any more excuses. You have to actually make it like even better than the last thing. So yeah, um, I can't wait to do more sanely, get better at drawing, do more videos, eventually do better videos. Eventually there will come a time, probably when I hit full time, where I'll be doing less videos but higher quality and more about storytelling and more closer to what you guys actually want to see. And create just higher quality videos and higher quality uh writing and comic books so that you guys read and can finally see the vision that I fully have in mind for you to see because I really need you guys to see that. I'm doing my best to put that out there. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna keep trying and keep pushing for it. But uh I'll see y'all next Wednesday or next Thursday. And yeah, I'll just keep putting out videos every single day. Um Stay tuned for tomorrow's video and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.